Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual, guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. What do I have for you guys today? Well, we all understand as investors that Neo CEO promised to double sales next year, and we see how that's going to happen now. We understand by the doubling of sales as well as the other EV companies that has already partnered with us like Chang'an, Geely, Chery, SAIC, Hongqi, etc., is going to be building battery swap enabled models next year. Along with all of that, we can tell that our most likely our battery swap stations are going to become profitable by the end of next year, and along with all of the other sales and incentives by 2026 profitability. So next year is going to be an incredible year for us. Well, what is NEO doing to ensure all of that continues? Well, NEO adds 120 swap stations in China, battery swap stations in China in November, offers 2.32 million battery swaps in November. Yes, you heard that right. In November, and you guys know how I like to keep tabs on the battery swap stations as well as the charging stations. It says in November, 27,121 new NEO users use the battery swap service for the first time. That's how much people are adopting battery swapping as a service. NEO added 120 battery swap stations in China in November, bringing the number of the facility to 2,741 as of November 30th, according to a post on the NEO app today. Now, you guys know I stay ahead of every day. I keep giving out, well, almost every day whenever we put out battery swap stations, and thanks to Money Making Melvin in Florida, he also keeps tabs on it. The 120 new battery swap stations and NEO's latest fourth generation battery swap stations, these are the ones that sell energy back to the grid, 23 of which are located along highways. As of today, NEO has 2,744 battery swap stations in China, 903 which are located along highways, and this number will be outdated probably by the time the video is completed. According to data monitored by CNEV Post, from January to November, NEO added a total of 424 battery swap stations in China. 424. Currently, 80.3% of NEO owners can find a battery swap station within 3 kilometers of their homes or office. So we all know by the end of next year, it will be 100% of China will be able to find one within 3 kilometers of their office and home, because they'll be in every county. In November, NEO provided 2,318,053 battery swaps, an average of 77,268 per day. On average, each NEO user used the battery swap service 4 times in November, each time taking about 3 minutes according to the company. That's it. Yes. We're the only company that's upgradable, swappable, and chargeable. Compared to charging, the battery swap service saved each NEO user 3 hours and 48 minutes per month, NEO said. By the end of November, NEO had cumulatively provided over 59 million battery swap service to its users. Now, remember when they said, this is cash burn, when the shorts were saying, it's a waste of money, they should stop doing it. Some still saying it. Some are still saying that because they are pooping in their pants for quick profits, and that's all they care about. They don't really care about the company. They don't care about making millions. They just want quick profits. In November, 27,121 NEO users used the battery swap service for the first time, according to the company. NEO Incorporated delivered 20,575 vehicles in November, including 15,493 under the main NEO brand and 5,082 under the Onvo sub-brand. So even though we put out 25,000, just a little over 25,000 vehicles in November, 27,121 NEO users used the battery swap service. So that means people who bought the NEO car in the past are now opting as well for battery swapping. The company added 389 charging piles in November. It had 4,142 charging stations in China at the end of November, offering 24,358 charging piles, the most of any EV company in China. I'm not going to go into the whole thing, guys, but we also started offering battery upgrades in Europe, and we provided 9,832 battery upgrades in November alone. So that's how we know that the upgradable part of our energy business is also catching on when people need to go on long trips, etc., etc. Separately, NIO today announced that it has signed a strategic partnership agreement with hotel operator Wanda Hotels and Resorts to collaborate on ESG, environmental, social, and governance, green mobility, and EV infrastructure layout. So it was posted on Twitter. Well, it's called X now. NIO Energy and Wanda Hotels and Resorts officially signed a strategic cooperation agreement. The two sides will carry out in-depth cooperation on ESG, sustainable development, and green travel, new energy infrastructure layout, and user membership rights and interests to provide users with a more convenient and efficient power-up experience. Well, who is Wanda Hotel and Resorts? Well, they are Beijing's largest five-star hotel chain, but get this, they are getting ready to build 8 five-star hotels in the US, in the United States, United Kingdom, France, Australia, and Turkey. So, excuse me, guys, does this sound like a company going out of business? Or does this sound like a company getting ready to dominate and devastate the landscape wherever we go? We have the superior business model that wherever we go, we form partnerships with a lot of different companies. So everyone gets a piece of the pie, but it establishes us and solidifies our foundation to where we will be numero uno. I hope you guys found this video to be informational, inspirational, and motivational yet again on a Wednesday. If so, guys, do not forget to hit that thumbs up because it takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how Wall Street and the game is played. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.